Hello there and welcome back to another edition of the Hot Lap Classic Remastered. This time we're taking a look at the 1996 Honda Prelude Type S. This is our second 1996 Prelude to take on the course, and the previous one was a very quick car indeed, so interested to see how this one gets along. No racing modification for this one. In case you're wondering what the difference between this, the Type S and the SIR are, this one has 12 more horsepower and weighs about 100 kilos more. So there you go, which admittedly on a front wheel drive car probably isn't what you want, so I'm not expecting this to be as quick as that, but we'll see. No racing modification for this one. That's going to be ran by the 1998 Honda Prelude SIRS spec, because that has more S's in its name. Anyways, yeah, front engine, front wheel drive, 338 horsepower, 1,165 kilos. One of the very few cars I'd buy in silver because it looks quite good. No gold on this one, unfortunately. The gold Prelude that'll sit on the 98 SIR because the 96 and the 98 are basically identical. So there you go. Anyways, this car is going to get 6 laps of the Motorsports Land track in order to set the best time it possibly can. Our current leader is the Mitsubishi GTO LM Edition 27.223. The Prelude, unlikely to beat that. So as I mentioned, 96 Prelude SIR currently sits in 122nd place, a 30.455. Hopefully this can get within about 0.3, 0.4 of that. Usually racing mod seems to be a bit all over the place. This is one of those cars where I think it probably really benefits it to have the racing mod for the lower weight, but we'll see. Or maybe, just maybe, that SIR Prelude got a bit of a freak drive and turned out to be way quicker than it should be. Who knows? We have the power of Fatboy Slim playing in the background, so that's good. Hopefully that covers up the sound of my giant fan that I've got going at the moment. I'll listen back to this one. Hopefully it's not unbearable, because the heat is unbearable today, so I need that fan. Very much so. And also this computer runs very cool, but you can tell when you've got it on. Anyways, yeah. Prelude. My favourite generation of Prelude. This absolutely fantastic looking car. I think I mentioned that in the 96 video how much I love this generation of Prelude, because I will admit the Prelude's a car I don't really get too much, because he's a bit of a weird one. Sort of, what was it trying to be? And it's one of those weird like executive coupes that sort of existed in the Japanese market. And I mean, I guess you had in Europe, you had like cars like the CLK and those weird 3 Series 328 CIs that you get in this game, but I don't know, it's like a weird like harken back to like the personal luxury coupe from America. Maybe they were trying to get into like the Buick Riviera market with these, I'm not sure, but what I do know is they look cool. And of course, because it's a Honda, the big like handling package ones are the ones that are worth more. I mean, I'm not too sure, but I'm sure if you wanted like a track sort of a track day-esque Honda in the 90s, you'd probably have been better off going for like a Integra Type R over a Prelude. But there you go, there was like Motegi editions of these and stuff, which are cool. They have 4-wheel steering as well. Whoa, okay, that's a good lap. They had 4-wheel steering as well. To be fair, I've thrown that. Of course, I'm saying this as I've thrown that last corner, but to be fair, that lap was pretty sweet. That took a lot to get that out of that car. Yeah, it's just okay. So I've been speaking a lot about. Honestly, the front end feels very heavy on this. I love driving front wheel drive cars around here, and I know that's going to sound like, yeah, obviously front wheel drive, the front wheel. You know, but no, it's quite noticeable on this. This definitely, as I mentioned at the top of the episode, you sort of want, you know, this having more power but more weight isn't really the way round I would like it, if I'm being honest, but there we go. Yeah, as I predicted, that lap was nigh on spot on, I think, for this car. It does drive nice enough, I've got to be honest, but it's just not quite as nice as other cars that we've had. It's not quite as nice as, you know, the 96 Prelude with the racing mod, Integras, stuff like that. The Integras are a little bit trickier to drive, but they are quicker than this. So probably not the Prelude you want, but definitely not a bad car. 30.786 will place it into a bit of an interesting place. Goes into 151st place. Interestingly, goes in between two Hondas, the Civic EG, which was the very first car to go around here, and the Type S NSX. So this is another Honda that's quicker than the NSX. Not so good. That does mean it's pretty central on the leaderboard. The center point on the leaderboard's a little bit further down than this, but not too far off. Quicker than the Citroen Saxo, Dodge Copperhead, Roof CR4, Zara, Civic Type R. Quicker than Type R, that's quite impressive. Although that's the NA Type R, worth pointing out. Yeah, this is out slightly to Mugen, S2000, New Beetle, and of course it's about what I predicted really. It's about 0.3 down on the race modded Prelude. So here's hoping the SIR S-Spec will do well. I'd love to see a Prelude push towards the under 30. I don't think they're going to quite have the power to do it. If these were turbocharged, if these had Integra motors, possibly, but yeah, unfortunately they do not. But yeah, there you go. Anyways, that is it for this episode. Thank you all very much for watching. Join me next time when I'll be driving something completely different and perhaps a little bit predictable. So join me for that. Until then, farewell.
Knowing just where my hopes and dreams are going. I won't let you back. Got up in a wall that you are not part of. Eyes on the slit of your front.